Hello and welcome again to Parsons Pantry. Today is a little wild. I received a phone call from my husband just about 30-40 minutes ago, and he said, "Oh honey, I have got the worst headache. I have a sore throat. My nose is running. I am getting sick. I'm coming down with something and I can't leave work today. I'm too busy." How many times has that happened to you? You know, we never get sick when it's convenient. Who wants to be sick on vacation? I guess that's not convenient either. But how many times do we get sick when we have tons of time to prepare chicken noodle soup or fire syrup or things that will help us feel better? It never works that way. So today I thought I would share with you a very quick chicken noodle soup recipe that has a ton of health benefits. Remember, we're going to use our homemade chicken broth that has turmeric, which will take down inflammation in the sinuses. Also, it has cayenne in it, just a bit in that broth. Remember, we put just a bit, and that will actually start to heal the throat. Good thing is we put it so lightly, you can't taste it in the broth at all, but it will be helpful. We're also going to use our pre-cooked chicken. Remember, a great cost savings is to boil a whole chicken. 5-6 pound chicken is going to give you 3 full dinners. Well, this is one, and this is called Super Deluxe Chicken Noodle Soup because it is not the thin, watery stuff that you had as a kid in the 80s. This stuff is wonderful. We have it even when we're not sick. It is such a treat. It's creamy. It has those wide egg noodles. It is wonderful. So come along with me for a really quick chicken noodle soup. All right, we're going to start this recipe with 10 cups of your chicken broth that you prepared earlier. Now, remember, this chicken broth has turmeric in it, which is great for breaking down that inflammation of your sinuses. It builds your immune system. It energizes your white blood cells, all of the above. If you don't have any pre-made chicken broth and you're using chicken broth from the store, or you're having to use chicken bouillon with some water, put in just a pinch of turmeric at least. It will help so much. Next, we're going to add some carrots and celery and onion. Now, some recipes have you saute the onion. Honestly, onions' healing properties are stronger when they haven't been sauteed to the point of being translucent. They're actually healthier if we throw them just right in the pot, let them cook in there. They'll retain more of their nutrients than they would if you sauteed them. So for this recipe, it's super quick, super easy. I like a little bit of the crunch in the onions. If you don't, go ahead and saute them. But for me, I like to just throw them in. Now it's time for our seasonings. First, we're going to add about 3 teaspoons of parsley flakes. Now, you can use fresh parsley. That is much healthier, much better for your body. But if all you have is dried parsley, hey, throw it in there. It'll taste great. Next, we're going to throw in some Italian seasoning. Now, if you just buy the little packets at the store, double check the ingredients. Make sure they're healthy. If not, I will be providing a healthy Italian seasoning mix so that you can throw that in. But you want about half a teaspoon Italian seasoning. Next, we want a little bit of celery seed. You want about 1/4 a teaspoon of celery seed. This is the flavor that gives gravies a really good taste, and that's a great flavor to go into our chicken noodle soup. To really make this pop, we're going to put in half a teaspoon of our Whiz Bang Parsons Pantry seasoning. Now, I will include this recipe later on the channel. I'll also have it on the website. It's made from scratch and it is amazing. You definitely want this in there. So half a teaspoon of Parsons Pantry Whiz Bang seasoning. Next, you need about 1/4 a teaspoon of pepper. Now let's add 2 cups of sour cream. This is going to bring that creaminess to this meal. Now it's time to add your chicken. So your pre-cooked chicken from your whole chicken, make sure that you have it all ground up really good, have it shredded really well, that way it's not huge bites. Go ahead and pour that into your soup. Now you can also make this with chicken breast, just pre-cook the chicken, that's fine. Or if you want to cook it all in the crock pot from raw, you're just gonna have to make sure that it's in the crock pot for 4 hours on high or 8 hours on low. You can also use canned pre-cooked chicken. Just be careful of the sodium content on that. Now let's add 2 cans of condensed cream of chicken soup. Now today I did not have any pre-made. I do have a recipe for making that in advance. But for now, I have found a fairly healthy brand and I am going to cheat today and use the canned version. So 2 cans condensed cream of chicken soup. Now it's time to throw in your white egg noodles. If you're in a rush like I am today, my husband is coming in an hour. I've got to have the soup prepared. I'm going to go ahead and put in my white egg noodles so they can start softening up. You want about 6 cups of uncooked white egg noodles thrown in here. All right, now you just want to give it a good stir and get it all stirred up really well so that your seasonings are mixing in with everything. Also, your noodles are completely submerged. You want your noodles and veggies to where they can soften up. Then you're going to place the lid on and let it cook. Thank you so much for joining me today for our super duper chicken noodle soup. It's so easy, it's so quick. Here's the great thing. When you're using pre-cooked chicken, you don't have to worry about having it in the crock pot for 4 hours because it's already cooked. You just need it in the crock pot long enough for those noodles to soften up and for your veggies, your celery and your carrots to soften up. So if you need to pop it in the crock pot on high for an hour, you can. If you need it to sit for 4 hours on high, you can. If you'd like to set it on low for 8 hours, you can. It's so versatile. As for me, I'm going to go enjoy some of that super duper chicken noodle soup. You have a great day.